Hello, everyone. It's Friday here on Going Optimal, and you know what that means if you've been around here at all on a Friday in the last chunk of time, and that is Chat Gauntlet. We play against Chat on Fridays, and I battle them offline on mtgadraft.herokuapp.com. We'll link that up in the show notes and in the chat and everything. And if you want to get in on this, you're going to want to join our Discord and start being part of that community and join the drafting community on our Discord. And eventually, well, not too much time, just prove yourself to the mods there that you are semi-reliable and you can get queued up to battle me on Fridays. So the way this is going to work, we're going to draft offline. As I said, I'll take you over to that website in a second. We're going to export our decks back to MTGA Arena and then use the friend challenge system to battle each other in a series of 7 best of ones. I like best of 3, but for Chat Gauntlet, we do best of 1. So that everybody who took the time to participate with me today can have a chance to play on stream. And it also creates a nice little 7-game set. And also, those of you who've been around here for a while know, at the core, we are playing to see who can get 4 wins on the week and win the week. I think I won last week, right? Yeah, feels right. But it's been very tight. We've been clustered right in the middle, a lot of 3-4s, 4-3s. But basically, we're trying to see who can get to 4 wins. If Chat can get to 5 wins, we go to the store to buy some bling. If we get 6 wins, we buy like extra bling. I don't know. I'll buy you 2 things or something. And boy, if you get to 7 wins against me, if I owe 7 Chat, Chat gets to work out the plan for my next haircut. Scary stuff. The only thing they can't touch is my eyebrows, basically. It's unlikely to happen. It's a little bit of a brass ring, but if I stream for the rest of my life, it'll happen at some point, and it'll be pretty funny when it does. Will it be today? Possibly. I wouldn't mind a haircut, although I doubt I would be happy with what Chat chose to me. But I do want to encourage you, let's take one thing at a time. Let's see who can push towards. Let's see you win the week before you worry about my hair, right? That being said, exciting times, always good to play against Chat. We're going to pop over right quick here. I do want to thank my sponsor, cardkingdom.com. They are purveyors of all the stuff you need for your physical game. They do not provide haircuts, but if you need something for your tabletop magic, they sure have you covered there. They got everything you need, great prices, great shipping, great customer service, great inventory. It's as close as you can get to a one-stop shop in terms of I want to complete this deck and be done with my life. You can get it all done at Card Kingdom for the most part. And, if they don't have what you're looking for, they are looking for it, which is why I swing around and always try to talk about the buy list. They are so inventory focused that whenever they're short on any cards, they aggressively pursue them to get them in stock. So if you have what Card Kingdom doesn't, they would like to talk to you because they would like to offer you cash for that stuff. And they just give better prices than anybody else. Any big player in the industry, Card Kingdom is the number one on value for your trade-ins, for your sell cards. So keep that in mind and keep them on the list for turning your cards into cash and vice versa. Now, if you've not been around here on Fridays and haven't seen this before, I'm going to take you over to our side draft website. Here we go. Left monitor time. Boom. Here we are at mtgadraft.herokuapp.com, and we've got all 8 players ready. So this is a place where you can upload your own cubes. You can use the system that Senryoku has put in this to actually create your own sets. If you wanted to do a MTG Arena remaster, if you want to do Arena Masters, you could actually create that set and upload it and draft with your friends on it and then export into Arena and play using the challenge system. It's a really great website. There are other sites that do this kind of thing, but nothing quite as slick and as completely as this one. So really thanks Senryoku for doing this. And if you have gotten a lot of use out of MTGA Draft for your fun, don't forget that you can go to Sen's homepage and give him a little tip for all of his hard work. So thank you, Senryoku. Now, Zen, let's figure this out. Having a lot of fun with this format. Feels very Dominaria-like because of the kicker. Looks like we've got Hat giving us the ready check, and I bet we're going to kick off very shortly here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's check our rare first. We've got a Skyclave Apparition, 1 white. Kind of looks like it should fly, but it's because it's a floaty spirit. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control with converted mana cost 4 or less. So for 3 mana, 2/2, you can get one of their critters. And when it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates an XX blue illusion creature token where X is the converted cost of the exiled card. That's interesting. Normally that's going to be... often that's going to be better, right? Depends on what the creature does. If you play some 4 mana 3/3, and well, actually we can't. Yeah, if you play a 4 mana 3/3 and I exile it and you kill my thing, you get it back as a 4/4. Now, if it had abilities, maybe that would be better. But sometimes the power and toughness is actually going to be better on these. We could take a Lulmage's Familiar, and it's a 2-colored spell, but it's exactly where I want to be. And there's actually not much else in the pack. Like Scythe Cat is pretty good. Deliberate is playable. Negate is sideboard material. So because this is my favorite place to be, and I don't see much else going here. I'm going to take a gold card to start and hedge. I just think this one is a little dangerous. Like, this is good. This is good, and it's monocolored, but I worry, like, this can go badly on you. This can go south on you at instant speed removal. This temporary removal actually scares me a bit, and I really love being with the familiar, so I'm going to take it. Jinx disagrees with me that this feels like Dominaria. I think the kicker and the long game, the potential in this makes it absolutely feel that way to me. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the sense of a long game. That you're doing stuff late because of the kicking. What do we want to do here? We got this familiar, but I didn't really get much support for it in this follow-up pack. This is a pretty lousy pack. This is white-green dual land. That doesn't seem correct. We can take Raptor. We could take the Cleric. I get that you like it, Jinx, but yeah, whatever. I'll let Jinx be wrong about how this is like Dominaria, because it totally is. Has a lot of similarities. Let's go. I don't know what I want to take here, though. I could take another Signpost Uncommon and see if we end up this way. Could just take an anti-cog. I don't like... These packs have been weak so far. I think our 2 packs have been pretty mediocre. We could take the land, but it's pretty weak as a pick for us here, not knowing where we are. The land spells are much better than the land lands, ironically, because of that. Although obviously the land lands are still fine. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to take the Mystic and see where we're at. The cards in here are not good. This is not a good pack. The Raptor is good. This is like my favorite card in the pack here, basically. Besides the Mystic, it's just that the Mystic is 2 colors. But I'll start on this plan and see where our competitors here want to send me. Shatterskull Minotaur is cheapened by the tribal stuff going on in the set. But we could also, I do feel like maybe I should be taking, it's another not great pack. These packs have been hyper weak, honestly. Stomper is being called. I guess we could cut the green. We haven't seen any good green besides this. I mean, this isn't even that good, though. I would rather take the Minotaur, I think. Prowling Felidar, also good, though. I think it's Minotaur or Felidar, but Minotaur at least is one of our colors. Right, Swaggy? It feels really wrong to be taking this pick 3. Like something's going... But, you know, if they're making a cutting argument that we're cutting green, you could make that argument for signal sending. But at this case, I think Prowling Felidar is too much better. And honestly, Shatterskull Minotaur is too much better. So... you have to enable Minotaur. You don't need to enable it much to be good. You just need one other... Like, if this were 5 mana, 3 red for a 5/4 haste is fine. And if you can get better than that, great. But I just don't see much else going on here besides a Prowling Felidar, and we at least have 1 red card. So I'm going to take it, but I feel like I might be hooking up somebody into the white deck that we should have been. But I'm taking the Minotaur there. Bubble Snare, though, pulls me back towards where I'm trying to be, which is more in Lull Mage Familiar and Umara Mystic. But basically, both of our gold cards are blue, so we definitely want to try and be cutting blue, so I'm not going to pass the Bubble Snare here. Yeah. All right. I kind of like where this is going. We got some feelers towards these 2 color pairs. Yeah, I'm really kind of forcing Chimero to be white. If Chimero is not white, I'll be super surprised, because I don't know what you take out of that pack 1, pick 1 we passed besides the rare. Many were suggesting it was the correct pick over the familiar, and maybe it is. I just partly it was the makeup of the pack. Felt like we could cut it pretty well. Very interesting. We got a Ruin Crab. We can try milling. We can take Geyser Mage to continue down the... I definitely want to take a blue card, and so it's either Ruin Crab, Geyser Mage, or Chilling Trap. But I don't think we want Chilling Trap. And I think Geyser Mage is going to be better than the Crab in terms of plan. And Blight Blade, while I like it better than, say, Media, no surprise that Media has passed us the old Blight Blade. They were telling us they don't like this card much. But I think we want to take another blue kicker card, and it continues to keep us open towards green or red here. Jinx says drop green. I don't think we have to make that decision yet, Jinx. The nice thing is we only have a couple red cards. Mostly we're blue. Here we could take Visionary or Molten Blast. So this is kind of our time to decide. Molten Blast is weak enough that I'm going to hedge back towards the green here. I'd prefer to be on the familiar plan than the Mystic plan anyway. East asks why I passed on Ruin Crab. Well, I've got a kicker pay. I'm more in the kicker direction than the Ruin Crab direction. I know Luis and I don't know what's the value of a singleton Ruin Crab. It's a lot better than it was in the in Zendikar because it has 3 toughness. And 3 toughness is big game for that card for sure. Wow, Vanquish here. Can I pivot? They were not in love with it. What do you mean? Luis specifically said he was in love with it, basically, that it was a 1 card, that you were presenting a 1 card must answer threat, was what I heard Luis saying. We could take the Vanquish on a possible splash. Green is pretty good at splashing. But really, if we're green, I really hate passing this Vanquish. And I want a Blight Blade, but this Veteran Adventurer is fine. Well, that's always been my opinion. I'm just saying this is what I heard Luis say. Gnarlid Colony showing up late is nice. Got kicker, making me feel like we're in a good place. First two, though, we got to get these twos shored up. This is just a great card, isn't it, Fantasia, right? I mean, we're always happy to have a bear, upside bear. You know, I'm in some formats, you grudgingly play a no upside bear, right? 2/2 for 2, fine, I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, Colony says I'm even better than that, right? Negate, we're not going to main. This is actually pretty good, all things considered. Maybe we take the Relic Axe to just hate it. Sizzling Barrage is something we can remember is floating around. But in best of one, I don't think we're going to run a Negate. Yeah, I guess I'll just take the Axe. Hey, this is good. I think this is like all the green cards that were in this pack. Cleric, even at 2 color, is not hyper embarrassing. If we come up with some fixing, maybe it gets even better. The thing is, we have some expensive stuff. You know, I don't love adding on to our 5s here. We could add the Snarecaster, but we're in blue. I'd rather deal with flying with our own flyers. So maybe a Turn Timber is fine-ish. Is this better than this? I think we'll take the Ascetic. They're both clerics. This one is just more reliable. You know, I don't think we're going to be... I'm not trying to be 3 color or anything, so we'll take that. Here's another Negate. I'm going to take the Barrage, not because I think we're going to play it. Maybe I'll just take the Negate for color signaling. Nectar Pot, not really what I want to be doing here. I would rather actually Adventure Await. Although maybe I'm being... No, I'll take the 2-drop. If we have to, we'll play this. I sure hope we don't play any Nectar Pots in this deck. But if we have to, we will. So let's take a 2 that we can hedge to if we have to. This is a lot of people have strong differing opinions on the value of this Snarecaster. I think it's not... In the abstract, I don't like it, but if you do need the green rogue, you could do worse. And if you've literally got nothing... If you're in a deck that has no flyers and no other reach, I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that just because of the need to have something to do to answer flyers, but it's not particularly good. I'm going to take another familiar. This Mauling is going to be a mauling for somebody. We're probably going to get mauled at some point here. But what else we got? Sure-footed Infiltrator would be nice. I think we've done a pretty good job cutting green and blue, though, so I'm hoping we get a nice hookup here. Really painful to pass this incredible rare sicko spell land here in the Hagram Mauling. It's going to be a tournament staple, no doubt. But we are going to take our second kicker payoff and see where we can head with it. The Mystics are rolling through. Now, we've got Dauntless Survivor, Royal Mage, and Risen Riptide. These two are pretty nice. This top row here is nice. All of this is looking pretty nice, but is no longer us. We are either Royal Mage or Riptide for the payoff. I kind of want Royal Mage #1 because it continues to add to plays we can make on turn 2, which right now I have one that I like and one that I don't like. So given the shortness of 2s, I'm going to take the Royal Mage over the Risen Riptide, but I would obviously love a Riptide in this deck. Maybe we wheel a Survivor. Let's see how well we cut our colors. But I'm taking the Royal Mage. King Coffee likes the Riptide. I like the Riptide a lot. For me, it's about being worried about our 2-drops right now. Falconer. is a nice kicker payoff. Trap Finder, 2 and a 1 for a human rogue. Can't be blocked if you have a party member enter the battlefield. And so Trap Finder is all well and good, but Falconer is where we're at. Like, I would take this if this is like my second pick in the pack, but pretty easy Falconer here for us. With 2 familiars, familiars accelerate you from 3 and skip over 4 and go right to 5. So familiar into 5-drop flyer would be nice. Confounding Conundrum is more of a constructed card. It does replace itself, but it's not really what we're doing. We're just going to take another Geyser Mage here. Huh, I don't get it, Haj. I don't get how you can't be all over a 4-mana kill spell that in a pinch can be a land for you. That's insane. I mean, I hear you. If you're just talking about its ability to be cast as a spell and its impact as a spell, then sure. But that's not all that's going on with it, right? We've got a Skycleave Relic. Do we care about this? Oh, no, this is the Mana Rock. It does have Kicker. I mean, do you play this in a Kicker deck? Yeah, we don't even really want it. Like, if we get it, we can wheel. Let's take the Visionary or another Gnarled Colony. I do want another a Visionary would be great, but I'm going to obsess over my 2s till I feel better about them and take the Gnarled Colony here. But that's the thing, Haj. I mean, sometimes you're stuck on 2 and it's in your opening hand, and it allows you to actually turn a game that, if that had just been a spell, you lose, into a game that you're competitive in. I mean, I just think, I don't know why. It feels like you're underrating that. Like, I mean, I get it. I mean, I even said, I don't know. I said I didn't even necessarily think it was a great design because you so want to play the spell side that you feel bad when you have to play it as a land. And I think if you feel badly about having to play them as a land, maybe, but you also have to make the spell side powerful. Anyway, I feel like you're kind of just dismissing this. I'm stuck on 2 and I have this in my hand. Like, it's just so good in that spot. It just does something that the game's never done before, letting you say, well, removal's all well and good, but so is actually casting spells and making a game of this. Sproutling, pretty easy here. It's a great payoff for this deck. I think we can safely cut our red here. We're just looking to be blue-green. I'm going to leave the scale in, but this is a quick cut if we have plenty of playables. In fact, I'll cut it and bring it in if we feel like we need it. It's not really... I like these designs. I feel like Magic is finding their way to more and more of these style of common designs. Very high floor, low ceiling glue cards across multiple archetypes. Back up top here, Scythe Cat or Landfall Beater. I guess I'll go with the cheaper one. Although we don't have a ton of 4s, you could make an argument for this. If it were a party type, I would like it a little more. But this peters out and then becomes whatever. This just gets bigger and bigger, right? So let's take that. Yeah, we don't really have as many 3s as we think, right? This is more here and here. This is more here. This is a little bit more realistic look at our curve. Yeah, I took some 2-drops yesterday over Scythe Cats because, again, I think 2s are that important, but maybe they were mistakes. It is quite a good card. Boy, we can reclaim the waste because it says the word kicker on it. But I'm not trying to splash, really, right now. We could take it on the possibility of doing it. Glacial Grasp and Brute are 3 drops that kind of give us some time to make it to our 6s. But I do like that, yeah, this is interaction and it has kicker. So I don't want a bunch of these, but I'll take the first one. And I'm kind of in the same, like, I'm equally meh about basically all 4 of our possibilities here. First Warrior. Do we care that much about it, though? I'm willing to take some incidental party stuff, but I'm going to take Might here. Broken Wings. We've been talking about the main deck playability of Broken Wings. We could take one and consider it. We can also take a Chilling Trap. We have one wizard here. Royal Mage and Geyser Mages are wizards. So we are likely, and this is a wizard, so we probably have the wizards to chill. But we can take a main deck Wings. Yeah, we can take a Wings. All right. Chat likes Wings. I'll throw one on the pile. But I do think this deck can play the chill effectively. Somebody's ending up with this. We passed a couple other Umara Mystics, right? I think we've seen 3 total in the draft. So somebody's going to do the blue-red hookup. And our blue has been okay, but not amazing. Green seems like it's been more, solidly open for us here. Here we could take the pathway in case we do want to splash. We have some red here now. I'm not sure what red we would find and decide to splash, but I think I like it over second Might here on the hedge. So let's take the land and give ourselves that future potential over a second Might. If it was the first Might, I think I would just take the Might. But yeah, if we get the kicker red burn spell, we would splash that, right? And Anti-Cog can do the job of being a 2-drop. It's just not a very good one. But if desperate, we would play it. Yeah, there's certainly a Broken Wings meme. Take these broken wings and never fly again because I killed your flyer. Hey, the relic did come back. We were thinking that might. Chandler, pretty good card. Disruption is our least favorite flip land, but maybe we'll take it anyway. What else we got? Rabid Bite is better, I think. Wouldn't mind a Stalker even. But if this were a better green or blue, almost any other green or blue flip land, maybe I wouldn't take the -2 either, but most of the green-blue flip lands I might take over a Bite, but Bite is fine. Get some removal going. Vampire, you are not part of our deck. Probably not Snarecaster either, honestly, if we're looking, and we really want Sproutling to be a 5. Just kind of dragging stuff to where I think we're trying to cast it. This is more of a 4. Glad to have this Falconer. That's a good win condition. There's good removal in the format, though, so I'm worried about having enough to get there. We're pretty far from Zagras. We're going to have to give that to somebody else for nonsense. There's a field research that I would love to have, but we have this ambush that I'm not going to pass. Ambush is a high quality land spell, and hopefully we find something. I would love Royal Mage, Visionary, Field Research or even Stomper. Stomper would be a fine. Okay, fine. We at least got the Stomper. If we get Research, Visionary, or Royal Mage back, I will give you an official double fist pump. Let's see. I like how this is going so far. I think we can find a win or 3 in here somewhere. Black seems wide open. Whoever plays Swamps again. I mean, look what we passed pick 1. Like, boy, if we expected maybe Chimero ended up in black, but this is bonkers black that we're giving up on. Vampire Nighthawk, but potentially better. I mean, yikes. We're going to take Field Research and be terrified of the black deck we're going to lose to. But I'm going to take Field Research here. I'm even more scared of the black deck. But we're getting some stuff. Do you want a Bubble Snare on the Kicker plan or Rabid Bite on the technically better plan? Oh, the rare too. Yeah, maybe we can just take the rare. Why is this rare still here? This is good. But Kicker 3. That even actually gets some counters these days. Yeah, we'll take the rare. I'm a little surprised it's still here. I would love the Bubble Snare or the Rabid Bite, though. We're also low on 4s. Black blue on the land. That's not for us. Oof. Ugly, ugly, ugly. We could take the black blue land again on possible splashing. Probably better than a second adventure awaits, and we're not doing the Relic Golem thing. We could hate draft like a Felidar. We're not playing the Relic Golem. Do you want to why would you want to take it? I'm taking the land for lack of much else to do. But I don't think we even have time really to splash. I don't think we're going to come up with anything to splash. Oh, fair enough, Wizard. Just making sure I wasn't missing something. Couple of pathways. Unlikely to play them, but nice to have them possible. Nice to have a Rabid Bite this late. Chilling Trap would be playable. Rare Flip Land. Going to be good for some red player, but not us. Going to take the bite and be happy that it's still here. Couple of bites and a Bubble Snare give us some interaction, but no, zero into the Royals. We got a couple of Geyser Mages, which are interaction as well, but disappointed that we ended up with the no Royal Kicker deck. But what's the point, Jinx? Spoils. If we had the white one, I might splash that. Might just want a Glacial Grasp here. Skeleton is not worth splashing. It might be, quote, good, but it's not worth splashing. We could take Glacial Grasp as just some tempo. Any chance of us splashing the spoils? We really don't have any other fixing. I guess we have, well, we do have the, this relic. You think the skeleton's worth a splash? I kind of disagree. It doesn't, it's just a thing on the ground. Spoils might be worth a splash, but I don't think Skeleton is. I'll take the Spoils possibility over the Glacial Grasp here. Zendikar. Maybe playable. We'll think about it. We'll see. I'm not going to take the Duelist. Jinx likes the Duelist here. I don't see why we would be playing it, Jinx. It does some stuff, but I really want to be doing the Rogue thing and the Oppo Mill thing if I'm going to run it. It's not that I wouldn't run it at all. It's just that I don't want it in this deck. Here's the Stalker back. I think we take that over a 4 in the Seer. This would be the format to do it. You can absolutely come up with some hate picks here that would be completely reasonable. This is the pick I was hoping to get at least a Stomper back, which we got. But we even got the Visionary, which is going to be a little better for us. And another Visionary, sure. Wow, Felidar going super late. This is a crime. This card is so good, and I'm really scared of white and black that we passed. This theme this week, well, yes, the theme was party, but as I am wont to do when the theme is rather large, I try to make a sub-theme to increase the degree of difficulty a little bit. So the theme was Wooburg parties. We had the party line for white, pool party for blue, dead man's party for black, the party's crashing us for red, and a world party song for green. This is crazy that these are here. I feel like I should, hate this. This Geopede's gonna kill us. This Subtle Strike's gonna kill us. But I will draft towards things we might actually play. Zero into the Royals, but this has a chance to take some games, so I kind of like it. I don't think we're playing anti-cog. I think we managed to get rid of this Nectar Pot in our needs. I think we can cut one Might, and if we want to splash Spoils, we're talking about adding the Skyclave Relic, which does have Kicker. I don't think we necessarily want to do that, though. Probably just want to cut this. There are ways. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to run giveaways yet in a way that makes any sense to me in terms of what the goals of it are. Anyway, I know. I mean, I obviously know at the base level what the goal is, but just of all the things I'm figuring out in my life, how to give away stuff on stream hasn't reached the top of the list yet. Yeah, we don't need the Zendikar. If we had more powerful things like Ambush, I would like this more. I think when you're doing landfall and getting back powerful land spells, the Zendikar earns its keep, but not here. And then we're kind of there. I think this is our deck. Maybe one more cut, but we can go 16 with an Ambush and the Familiars and be okay. We want 9-7 though. David would cut the Ascetic. It's not doing much. We could just get more land that way and more reliably get to the Geyser Mages, etc. But we don't have much of a top end here either. Oh, Tron, it's not a matter of... It's just a matter of time. It's not like I've sat around spending hours and hours desperately trying to figure out how to give something away on stream. The point is I just haven't sat down and done it. I don't need Jamie to tell me how to do it. I just need another hour in the day and the personal motivation. I'm going to try being a little greedy at first here. We have, first of all, we have 3 visionaries for card flow. So often we're going to hit 4 and draw. We don't have a huge top end. We're trying to kick Geyser Mages, and did we get a field research? But other than that, it's not like we're kicking things crazy style here. So I'm going to go for a Turn Timber over a land, but we'll remember that Turn Timber would have been like our 18th land or 17th land and see how that goes. Thank you, Hat. I am almost ready. Let's get this back to this and export. Pop over to deck building. Absolutely, Queen. You can send me, let's see, do I have my address in a, I have a business address, but I don't know if I have it, I don't know if I have it with a command. But yes, if nothing else, Queen, give me a whisper and I'll send you the address later. So just reach out with a whisper reminding me that you want my mailing address, and I'll get that to you. Okie doke. Let's see. I don't care. We'll craft that. I just want to craft rares I don't necessarily want. But looks like all this is craft all. Take one other look here. And also, anybody redeem lands? Let's see. Nope. All right, I'm going to pick some lands then if nobody wants to. And then we'll get playing. Cardlinger's up first. Krauser wants ZNR lands. Let's see what we've got. Ah, so close. I'm looking for I want to get a full art green, and then I only want to do full art if we can do full art on both. So I'm going to go this one and this one, so at least they're not disjointed that way. And are we happy with 9-7? 7, I guess, I mean, because it's really 10-7 since our ETB tapped land is green. Maybe we want 8-8. And the reason we might want 8-8 is so we can field research on 3 and Lull Mage Familiar on 3 more reliably. Our 2s are actually not that great. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in this Nectar Pot. Don't love the low 2 count, honestly. Yeah, school 2 is a great level. Yeah, this is a little concerning to me, honestly. Only having these 3 creatures, 1 answer we could do. Why don't we go Nectar Pot in and Ascetic out? I do not love this card, and we'll see. We'll see if I wish this were just a 5-4, but I think we need something else to get down early. Really don't like this card, though, especially in this deck. but it helps us buy time to, you know, get to our more powerful kicker stuff. So we'll give that a try. I think that's better. And then no royal. Media thinks it's absolutely fine. Ugh. I think it's below that. I mean, obviously it's playable because I'm playing it. I'm not happy with it though. Pot. Gnarlid, Colony, Visions. Just gonna call it Visions. We got triple Visionary and I want to play. Easy name, bad name, but magic soon enough. Get all my record stuff set up. Cardlinger, prepare yourself. All right, hop down here, bring up my hit list, and take on the first one. We'll see. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not a very good speed bump before it gets heavily outclassed, but I do feel we're so low on 2s, we should try it and see. I might change it before this event is over, though. Good luck, Cardlinger. Here we go, gang. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hope you're having a great week, and I hope you've got great, fun plans for the weekend. Well, here's why. Wow, I didn't go to 8-8, did I? I think I need to go to 8-8. I meant to go to 8-8, and this is why. We really want these familiars on 3. Can we keep this? Who's keeping this? Who's mulliganing this? If there's an island on top, we're pretty happy with this, but outside of that, we're in trouble. This pain. Jinx keeps it. I don't blame you for keeping, but I'm gonna be conservative. All right, this looks much better. Gonna keep the Stalker. Stalker makes Adventurer cheaper, but I think we just want Bite, Familiar, and Adventurer here. We could send back the Adventurer and keep the low action. Feels like this is more impactful than this and will be in this game, because on 3 we're going to go Familiar, and if we get any other land, we're pretty close to the Adventurer. Familiar makes it cheaper on the mana, but not on the creature type or anything, for what that's worth. Yes, but that's why I want to keep the expensive thing. We actually have a ramp. Spell. So I'm gonna send the Stalker away here, or you can even send the Rabid Bite away and just try to have a creature base. But I think this is correct. Yeah, chucking the Bite is an interesting option as well, but really tough to get rid of your interaction, right? All right, we don't have a 2-drop, but neither does Cardlinger, which is good for us. And Familiar. Pretty straightforward. Will we block with it is the question. It's pretty important to us. I think if Cardlinger bluffs, I might not block, but let's see what... Well, now there's no need to bluff. We just won't block that. And now we have 5 mana available. We could Sproutling and Rabid Bite. No value on the Rabid Bite. I would rather just kick and hold up blocks here. We could even, actually we could go Visionary, Bubble Snare, Adept. That, in a sense, we still take another 3 from the Outrider that we might have been able to block, but I am liking that play. I'm gonna play the Visionary. Actually, doesn't matter. Let's play out the land, play the Visionary, and then this taps for both, so we can get the Bubble Snare off of that. Rabid Bite is good. Then Visionary can threaten to trade with the Outrider anyway, so that's fine. Adept doing the thing I like about it. You know, it gave us both extra cards. It's fair. We each got an extra card out of it, but we each have more card flow. We each have extra stuff to do. I think that's great. I'm really happy with Cardlinger's mana because I like control over my hair. Oh yeah, if we can, I mean, if Visionary trades for anything, if Visionary trades for a trick, I'm gonna just have to take that. We're not gonna trade for damage when we can untap and bite. In fact, we can go, let's see, with 6 mana, actually just like a, another Visionary and then bite. I think Cardlinger is doing what they can given the situation. Oh, and by the way, as I call Cardlinger they, I want to like Hat and Mama. You know, if competitors in this event want to give me their pronouns along with their chat name and arena name, I'd be happy to start addressing my competitors by their desired pronouns. Archon, let's see, each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. That's pretty rough for us. We want to get some value going. I think we go Rabid Bite, the Emiria, and then Adventure and offer up our team. Okay, thanks, Hat. I was pretty sure Cardlinger was he, him, but again, let's not guess. Let's be respectful and ask. Nothing to get back with Kicker yet, but note finding both of our Rabid Bites has been incredible. Cardlinger is an evil, evil man for taking my roost from me. But we're gonna barge in with everything here and try to make it moot. I'm going to go ahead and kick this for no value. Oh, we don't have the mana to kick it. Well, I was going to kick it for life, despite no kicker cards in Yard. 5, 6. I don't think there's a 7 mana sweep everything. I also don't think Cardlinger can make enough blockers. I'm just trying to decide if there's any need to be conservative about playing the Sproutling. Like, does our win percentage change at all playing the Sproutling or not. And I think there's, like, I just don't see, I guess if it's a kicker spell that creates a creature, maybe Cardlinger could get enough here. But I'm thinking not. So I'm gonna be conservative on the axis of if there's something that I'm not thinking about that gets Cardlinger out of this, I want, I'll keep the Sproutling available. But I think this is enough. All right. You know I like starting with this, gang.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
I'll take it. I will take RNG wins. As much as I will have to accept it when I get hit with some losses on that front. Hey, blame Duncan. Duncan's doing the gloating. I'm just pressing the button, man. New Sufjan. Thanks. Wow. What have I done to deserve a new Sufjan Stevens album and a new Public Enemy album at the same time? Yeah, you're right. At least the musicians are like, well, might as well make some music. The world's going to hell and I'm stuck inside. Let's sing about it. Does the new Sufjan have Love Yourself on it? He released a single a few months ago, like pre-COVID. And it's a great song. I just didn't know if it was just going to be a one-off single or eventually part of an album. Nice pickup here. We're going to go Colony on 2. Although, honestly, you know, the Cleric does nice work on this Colony. You could make an argument to wait and just wait till we're kicking it for 5, because we actually have the mana to kick these, and then they get through the Cleric. So I almost just played this out out of habit, but I'm gonna pass and see. No, the song I'm talking about is literally called "Love Yourself," and it's a Sufjan song that was released a few months ago, and I just was curious if it ended up on the album or whether that was a separate deal. So I'm gonna wait. Uh-oh. Grim Pac-Man looking to mill us out. We are looking to have this familiar survive. It comes down to this, gang. And I'm not actually... I don't like our chances. First, black was the most wide-open color at this table. We passed so many incredible black cards. So I'm already scared of Pac-Man's deck from that front. But if the familiar lives... then we have a great shot here. What I expect happens is we play this familiar, Pac-Man plays Vanquish, the Weak, which we saw like 17 copies of, and then we lose. That's what I expect. If we untap and kick ourselves a 4/4 Gnarlid Colony, I'll be like, we have a chance. Oh, I was completely wrong. It was Deadly Alliance, which we didn't even see. Okay, so now what are we going to do here? I guess we have the Broken Wings for the Mind Carver, which is going to help. We're still getting whacked pretty hard here, but I'm going to go Broken Wings while shields are down, and then hope we get a 5th land for Falconer next turn. Or we can start making, maybe even before the Falconer, we could go Gnarlid Colonies on the ground. because we'd be more inclined to put these at risk blocking as 4/4s on the ground than our 4/4 our air elemental in the air. So that's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, let's, even though this is an instant, Pac-Man's playing blue, so we're gonna kill that equip while we can. Royal Mage, the Oppo Mill at least sets us up with things to get back from our Royal Mage, but we really need to land off the top, or I don't think we can come back too well from this. And Pac-Man ending up with 2 options there, also bad for us. Now we have to go research for no kick, looking for another land to drop a desperately defensive 2-drop Gnarlid colony, which now I wish I'd played. I mean, I took my chance, right? If this Lol Mage Familiar had lived, my decision to try and hold the colonies for kicking makes some sense. We took that chance, and the chance did not work out. That's the bottom line. But my decision had a fundamental reason, at least. Down to 20 cards. We're not, like, milled out dead yet or anything. I'm not going to chump here. That's just too hard. We can't do that. I'm going to say no blocks and hope we find a land. Maybe we can start kicking some stuff. Yeah, here, you guys get this one for all this going on.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's brewed here. It's yours and mine.
So, Rabid Bite. Actually, we're just going to go Geyser Mage this turn, and next turn we hope to Falconer Rabid Bite. That would be the ideal. Might have to try and double block the Stinger, and if it's only got 1 point of Death Touch, it can only kill one of them. So I'm going to kick the Geyser Mage.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Well, I'm going.
We're going to send back the most expensive card, and then try to double block the Stinger for a 1-for-1. Or threaten to. All right, that's actually great. And now we didn't find the land we wanted, so we're not at a place where we can take out either of these 4 toughnesses with our Rabid Bite. But we can, we could kick the colony to set up for that, or play the Falconer to set up for that. We can Royal Mage. Royal Mage gets back instant sorcery, right? Royal Mage gets us back might, another Rabid Bite, cards, Broken Wings, number 2. Don't need another Broken Wings, just naming what we could get. And again, trying to figure out, we could also kick the Sproutling to get back Field Research and Geyser Mage. And then we add another decently sized creature to the board. But if we get Falconer out first, we can start scrying. And we're at, yeah, really, I'm going to Falconer because if we can get the Falconer to live, the kicking we start to do from here is good, and then the Rabid Bite gets lethal. So, going to expose the Falconer here, stay back on D, try to make it through this turn, untap, and do something. But Pac-Man off of the blood price doesn't leave me super thrilled. Pac-Man having had two of their top 4. Yeah, Sproutling can get back the Construct, can get anything that says kicker on it. So, tap another untapped rogue you control. Whenever, okay. Well, we're gonna offer up. I don't know what this card is. but we're going to try to take out this stinger and stop the bleeding on our library. All right, we have untapped. I still don't know what this card is, but have we turned the corner? How many other rogues? There's a rogue, there's a rogue. So we can't get rid of all the rogues, but we can, over time we can, because we can Rabid Bite and get back the Rabid Bite and kill the extra rogues so that this doesn't do... yeah, Dimir can't... that cycling deck can't possibly have more cycling. I'm going to play the land. 7 mana. 7 mana. Rabid Bite plus Sproutling to get back something, I think is what we do here. And we'd better... I'm going to Rabid Bite the Unblockable. And then we can try and double block the Skitter Sneak with the Sproutling after. So that's where I'm going to start here. See if this happens. Could also just kick the Gnarlid colony over the Sproutling. Just attack, though. Eventually, you got to kill him. If we Sproutling... We need to double block anyway, is the thing. So I'm going to go Sproutling and get back some kicker spell. Let's see what we want to get back. Ooh, and there's a Scry. Visionary. Yeah, we'll take a Visionary. That's action. I don't think us being in this color pair today is about my preference. I mean, there was a white rare that was arguable over my first pick, uncommon blue-green, but it's not like I was being irrational and just like clinging to some favorite. It was, I think, the right pick. Anyway, next turn we're drawing a Visionary. Doesn't necessarily mean we're playing it. Maybe we just want... We can take the Construct, and it should hold the ground really well for a long time. And we can even kick it. Not that there's any non-basics over here, but we could... Yeah, there's no reason to kick it. But let's... Yeah, sure, let's get it back. Nice Scry 3 for Pac-Man. I'm happy that we kind of stabilized a little bit. 2 bottom is good to see. So out of 3 cards, only 1 was worth keeping on top. I guess that's better than the alternative. We're going to double here, though, and hope we get a 1-for-1. Yeah, I guess we can Visionary for land. It's a little greedy, but it's still a blocker, which is what we need for these things on the ground, so that's fine. But what does kicking the Construct do for us? I mean, I guess it scries too, but kicking this doesn't do anything. I mean, if it did literally anything, I besides scry 2, I would think about it, but I think we go Visionary and try to find a land. Bubble Snare, you say? Well, we could snare the Skulker. But I think we can wait on that too. Maybe we can wait on all of this. We're at 6. I don't want to die, but there... We know that Pac-Man is top decking something they like. But I like our hand in hand. I'm gonna let this stuff stick. I think we can survive a turn. I'm gonna keep the Falconer back though. I want to stay back on D here. Bubble Snare was the option. I just wasn't sure I wanted to use it on a Skulker. Didn't feel like Skulker is where I wanted to be with that. And they're going to reanimate 2 things. What are we expecting back? Sneak and Stinger. I think this is just to... I mean, we know what their hand is, so this is like a... they want to get the Seer back and do some more scrying, basically. I'm in for that. Anybody disagree with this? I mean, I think I see what's up in terms of being able to cast this after combat and get the Seer, but I mean, we can't just take it. So, is there ETB damage I'm missing or something? No? Okay. Just checking it out, making sure I wasn't missing anything. Missing some onboard. Ah, here's what Pac-Man is up to. Well, I'm sure the Seer I understood. If Pac-Man wants to get the Seer back to do more scrying and thinks that's the most valuable thing to do, okay. I'm not sure why the Cleric attacked. Yeah, that's it. Right. I would not sure I would have taken that line either, because there were other good things. Like if the graveyard only had 1 card in it, then sure, then you offer up the Seer. Maybe Pac-Man will let us know. And so the Seer coming back shows what I'm saying. Pac-Man wanted the Seer back, and seeing 2 on top, not my favorite sight. But I like 7 mana again. Yeah, we can snare that down if we want this turn. I'm trying to think if I'm attacking with the Falconer or not. But if we're snaring the Stalker and not not doing anything else, then we should hold. But this is why I didn't want to put the Bubble Snare on the Skulker. I felt like we would see better tools. And I am going to attack the Falconer. We have Colony on Skulker, and we have Visionary on Seer, and we have Infiltrator tapped down. So even though 2 cards on top that Pac-Man likes, I am going to take this turn to crash in with the Flyer.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's brewed here. It's yours and mine.
Yeah, we could play Colony for 2, I suppose. That would be a little extra. I was thinking about that if I'm being too greedy here on trying to get max value out of all this stuff. I'm down with that. Let's toss the Colony out for a little extra D here. Extra D, not necessarily what people want on this channel, but in this case, we'll take it. See, so the Duelist, quote, gets us here, but then the problem is it's just a Duelist left. And we've got... Nice. Oh, I got milled, though. That's too bad. I was looking forward to my creature on top. So, let's kick a Royal Mage here. Or we could just play the Construct. I'm just trying to figure out... This uses most of our mana. I'm going to do this. Can even get back a Rabid Bite. Ooh, we'll take the Ambush. And field research is all well and good, but Rabid Bite we can use right now for good value. Wow, I'm feeling ahead here and feeling lucky. Again, black felt very open this draft, so if we manage to get there against Pac-Man's nice-looking black deck, I'll be pretty happy. Should we just ambush now? Although Pac-Man put 2 cards on top, right? Top. So, yeah, I think we should just swing all first. Good call, Coffee. This is some kind of card that Pac-Man wanted, is what I'm worried about. Just so. We can... This is an instant, though, so we can have the fight happen before blocks. Oh, I was like, why is it being that weird about it? Okay. Should be GG. We got 4 unblocked, and one of these is making it through on the ground. Got there.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Stabilized and pulled ahead. Nice. All right. Now, Chimero is up next. We were passing to Chimero and are expecting to see planes here. If we don't see planes from Chimero, I wanna ask exactly what happened in their draft to not end up in the nice white deck we were shipping them. Good game, Pac-Man. I thought I was in trouble, but squeaked it out. Okay, we're gonna keep this. We got the ambush that we have to decide on play or not. I'm gonna play it. We've got 3 lands. We need a 4th to be sure to get to our visionaries. I suppose, and we have a colony on 2. I guess we could wait and play this on 3 if we get nothing else. So I think I'll be greedy enough to do that. Chimero down a card. Don't mind seeing that. Not gonna lie. Happens to all of us. Might as well happen to my opponents. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna play untapped lands, go forest, island, colony, and then we'll see if we need to play this as a land on turn 3 or not. Okay, so that land starts to suggest maybe we don't have to. Play the colony here, and hopefully we just draw a basic land, and then we can hold the ambush, which would be nice. No ambush, but we did get a field research, which is something else to do on 3, and is very likely to find us an untapped land for 4, because we get 2 cards here plus our draw. So if there's a basic land in our top 3, we will reliably get these visionaries going. So I'm going to drop a forest. I'm going to send in colony, offer this trade that's never going to be traded for. And here's the planes we were expecting, for what that's worth. And research. Found our land, so we got visionaries online, and our greed pays off as we get to keep the ambush.
Point is, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm gonna play a Visionary here and try and trade it for the War Leader. If we don't want to bubble snare it because it still pumps all those others. Actually, I also could have attacked with the colony before playing this. Little spots I missed. Like, I think a top player, knowing that Chimero is a good player and can't risk the War Leader, that we could have easily attacked with the colony and gotten in for 2. So, just calling that out. I played a little hastily and didn't think about my bluff options. All right, well, at least only one of those. So now we're in an interesting spot. We have, I think we go Bubble Snare on the Angel, and then we can even send in the Visionary and say you want to give up that Pack Beast, that's fine. And then we have another Visionary behind. Like, I think we just bubble the Angel and swing with the Visionary and hope that our quality of cards in hand defeats what we see out there. You like colony here and bubble next turn. I guess a colony here kick does threaten to block the War Leader. We take 5. You're just willing to take 5. Yeah, we don't care too much about 5. But we can also just... I mean... I guess you're right that if we do it in that order, next turn the colony could create... We could attack with both Visionary and... 3 mana of tempo. What do you mean by that, David? Hang in there, Bat Meme. Keep your accounts. Just take a break. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, yes. Thank you. I just wasn't tracking what you meant. That's a good point. If we take 5, it's like we can pay 5 life to cast this for 1, and the colony can attack back the other way if things are looking good. So I'm with you, Zach. We'll do it. Or was it? Yeah, it was Zach that first suggested it. I like it. Yeah, hang in. I'll get to memes. Oh, that's frustrating, Bat Meme. Are you on Mac? Is this a Mac issue for you, or are you just... Because I'm not having any issues on PC. I'm just curious if it's Mac-based or just intermittently some people-based. Nice draw. Check that out. Now we get Bubble Snare on the cheap, as suggested. I'm going to play this land, and we're going to Bubble Snare the Angel. We're going to Rabid Bite the War... Or actually, we can ambush the War Leader, and we could even Rabid Bite something else from there. Let's ambush the War Leader. A little worried about the 2 cards and the 2 mana, but I'm going to go for it. All right, all right. We still have the bite. Yeah, takedown's great. This card's really good. I still like our spot, though. We have answers to both of their creatures and action, big action in hand. So looking pretty good for us. Is it attack with Visionary good for us? I was feeling like Bite might be more valuable, but I mean, did it like either way? We would have lost it in response, right? So I don't know what difference that made. What would it have done? True, help me understand where you're coming from. Yeah, we can say no attacks. Sure. Use the worst creature. How would that have been? But it would have been the same thing. Like if we'd gone Rabid Bite on anything, they kill the Rabid Bite target out from under us, and it's still a 2-for-1, isn't it? I mean, I get having the better creature, but like having the 4/4 instead of the 3/2 is the result I see. Instead, we get a Sproutling that's like cha-ching. Hey, fool. We could Visionary, but actually I'm just going to kick Geyser Mage here and maybe send back the Pack Beast. We can even send back our own colony and kick it this time. What do you think of that? Is that too fancy play? I think the other way around keeps both creatures. The white would not kill the colony anymore, but the takedown would have killed whatever we tried to do, right? I don't understand. Maybe I need to go back and look, but... okay, so that's too fancy. We're going to Geyser Mage back something. How about send back... We'll send back the Pack Beast. And I'll offer these up. Yeah, I like the idea of trading off the Geyser Mage to get back with the Sproutling. We have so much, like... Oh, this is the other game. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Field Research back with the Sproutling either. That should close it by just putting us so far ahead on cards. Song Mad Treachery needs to be considered. If we get back... Let's Visionary... Well, I'm going to send in the Geyser Mage and the Visionary. I'll trade these off now. Maybe we just trade everything off, because then we go Visionary and probably into Familiar. I think I'll leave the Colony back for trades, but I'll send in these. Gotta watch out. We don't want to lose to this, although right now Chimero doesn't have the double red for it. See if we find a basic and then do Visionary into Familiar. If not, we at least have the Visionary and something. There's the land. Nice draw. What needs to die? We know about this. I think we kill the flyer. It's just the scariest thing. We could also wait, but I think we should use our stuff here. I'll go Gnarlid Colony, since it's the least important if they have something and it still kills the Raptor. And kicking the Sproutling after shipping our creatures seems great. Yeah, draw spell or removal. Probably just draw spell, though, yeah. I think with a draw spell on top of this stuff, we'll be in great shape.
Can I kick it? Yes,
Well, Cardlinger, I will I get to polish your bald head. Let's kick the research. One blocker blocks one of our threes. We still show 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There is one unknown card. We're at 15 though, so I'm not even afraid of like if Chimero has something, we should survive the crackback. So I'm going to swing away. I suppose I could swing with no. I'm going to swing away because that's what shows lethal. I could hold back the familiar and cast the stalker, but I want Chimero to show us that we're not just gonna win right here. All right, I'm rolling, gang.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Closing in on the week here, but I got to make it through Media to do so. Never easy. Well, if I'm gloating till Monday, fool, you won't have to hear it. I'll just be telling my dog, I guess. Rocket, let me tell you all about how the chat gauntlet went. Lord knows my family doesn't care. But my dog cares about everything I have to say. Even that's not true. Well, this was our final edition. Just wanted a little bit of action at 2 to help get on board. Let's see how this Nectar Pot does, because the other option was like a 5/4 ETB gain 3 cleric for 5. Nice. Really happy to see this so that we don't have to do this on 3. Now I just kind of want land. We get some land, a nice mix of land here. We're just going to go Nectar Pot into Scythe Cat, into Visionary or Construct, you know, so I just want land now. I'm going to go with, of course, Nectar Pot over the Royal Mage, though. It does, hey, it stops the Wizard. I mean, this is kind of doing its job here. I don't think it's going to be doing its job for very long, but right now it's holding off the Wizard. Media looks like has one of the other very strong decks we saw go around, which was the blue-red spells deck. We passed a couple of payoffs for that. And we got an even potentially better play than the Scythe Cat because we can go familiar. And if we draw land, next turn we can go Scythe Cat land. But we're going to go familiar here. Play your ramp first. And they didn't have anything for the Nectar Pot attack with the Wizard. I'm going to... Now they might... Media is no dummy. And maybe they're going to attack into my familiar because of the bluff factor. But I'm going to... Well, actually, it just might also die. Nah, never mind. It's not worth the 1 point of damage here. I'm going to go for control. And I would much rather throw a Nectar Pot block, which I'll do all day long. Whereas familiar is too valuable. And there was that possibility as well, which is, as we saw there. All right, well, now I go Scythe Cat and hope we find land next turn. And hope that Media doesn't have additional removal for that kitty cat. We have one of those. Just need a land here. All right, now we're talking. Now we're talking. play a construct and look for a block here. And send in the nectar pot. Not blocking with it this time. Makes sense. Kill that thing before it gets out of range. But we're making our way to stable here. I'm gonna go ahead and send the nectar pot and drop the falconer. Try. Media's got potential counter up. Ouch. Gnarlid Colony plus Nectar Pot is enough for a block here, but so is the... Oh, the Visionary's not. So I'm going to go kick to Gnarlid Colony, look for blocking. Ouch. Now, let's see. We can Royal Mage back the Construct, and that's going to be good enough for me here. Oh, no, sorry. I was thinking of the Sapper. This obviously doesn't get back the Construct. What does this get back? Nothing. Literal nothing. So glad I didn't accidentally kick that. This is what I was thinking got back the Construct, which we're going to do. And we've got a 1-for-1 block on the colony. Got to take another smack from the 4/5. But we have a colony block. Cross fingers, this could go poorly, of course, but we don't have much choice in the matter already at this point. We got to make our blocks and at least drain Media of their resources in hand. So happy that that's just a 1-for-1. Could have easily been a blowout 2-for-1, but we got to take our chances here. Interesting. Gonna have to construct to look for a block on the ground, take 4 in the air, send the Falconer back, and try and find some sort of answer off the top. Although we could also Geyser Mage. Let's see. Yeah, trouble is 3 + 1 is not 5. And I really want to get something on the ground here to try and trade with the Warrior. So, sadly... low value construct. We could also Visionary looking for... Yeah, no, we're just going to do... low value construct and try to make that trade. If Media is slowing down on hand resources, we can still pull this one off, but we're behind here. We are up against it. Nectar Pot doing significant work this game, holding off the Wizard all game and getting us a little extra life. I have never had this card. I've only had this card wreck me. But we're gonna go give him some fodder for it, because we have little to do here but Geyser Mage back the Falconer and hope we find an answer.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Well, I'm going.
Well, Oni, I sure hope you max won that event, because if you got 3 of these and can't find your way to max win, you must have had some really awful luck, or be need to work on your game a little. This is a sicko card, and to have it a triplicate, wow. Oh, deck, that is not what we needed. Is there anything we can do? We've got a life. So now we're not technically dead to the Falconer, but any spell or wizard and we are dead. So not thinking of it there. I think what we need to do is dig for a Rabid Bite. So I'm going to play this Visionary, cross our fingers for a Rabid Bite, and for good luck, we're going to fire off this meme before we do.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Boom! Wait a second. Does this, So we're gonna make a bunch of, actually that doesn't work. How do we get it? How do we get it? So then I guess we're still dead. Darn it, I was so happy to get a Rabid Bite, but we don't have what it takes. Let's see. Do we... Well, we're still not dead if we're lucky enough for Jedi, for Media here to have land on top. We may get one more turn. Wondering if we need to Rabid Bite something else. I guess we Rabid Bite the Sorcerer, and then we're more likely to then we're not going to take one to die. So I guess we have to... Trouble is, then how do we deal with the Falconer? But let's take it one death avoidance at a time, right? Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, if we get another Rabid Bite off the top, we can Adventurer Rabid Bite. Although now we're just dead to the Wizard too, so now I think there's very little that can save us. I don't even know what this can get, but it's like our only choice. Oh, it's the Rabid Bite. Yeah. Just for fun, I'm going to do this knowing it doesn't work.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there.
Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
Good game, Media. You got one for the visiting team. I did have fun. That was a great match. Great game. Hope you're still around, Queen, because here is your grub meme. Just gotta find it in my old stuff. So many memes now. You don't know what it's like having all these memes till you have to manage.
Carry on my wayward son.
Love having you here, Queen. It's mutual. All right, next up. Meanthril. I made it to a quick 3. Media has stopped the bleeding for you all, but can you turn it into a weak win? I need one more win and I got the weak. So that's really what I'm looking for now, is to lock up the match for the week. But chat's still in it. Not amazing, but I'm going to keep, because if we absolutely have to, we can bubble snare some early aggro play. So I'm going to keep it. Gnarlid, nice pickup here. Drop it for a 2. Now kind of looking for a land or a 3-drop. I'll take one of those familiars or the Lull Mages. That would be nice. We could do a no-value Geyser Mage, and that wouldn't be the worst. As a wizard, it makes the adventurer cheaper, but so do these wizards. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think it's too greedy to not. Just got to play our cards on curve here. Hope we find a basic land and drop one of these visionaries next. Another black deck. We saw a lot of great black, so maybe Meanthral's the one with the all that removal we passed. Found our land. That's very nice. Now we can send in the Geyser Mage and offer a trade for. I'll take trade for either one here. I want the Geyser Mage dead to get back with our uncommon green. Get the kicker card back anyway. And then we'll vision this. Sproutling, as called for. So probably going to have to snare this thing, and they're going to gain life the rest of the game, but hopefully we don't get destroyed by an ever-growing beast of a cleric here. Oh, sorry, we're 3-1. Let me update that record. In denial about my loss. Yeah, I'm going to bubble snare the cleric now and just charge in. I think I like that, because I would trade for either of those creatures, either of these creatures. I would expect Meanthral to trade the 2-1 for the 3-2, but the fact that they didn't suggest maybe something in these cards suggests an alternative plan for Meanthral. That might work. Let's see. We can Visionary and try to get more on board. We can even send this Visionary and then just play the other one. I'm going to do that. I don't want to might this turn. Sure wouldn't mind finding another land, though. Let's look for that. Didn't find one, but we probably got closer to one. Well, we certainly got closer to one. So, not the worst. If Oppo swings, we're going to go Colony block and Vampire block. Or, you know, we'll block both of them here. All right. Can't kick our green cards because we still only have one green. All of our green kicker wants double green. But we can play a Veteran Adventure, a nice body on this battlefield. And eventually we can try to trade for the Dreadworm, trade might for this Dreadworm. And if we find ourselves a land, we can kick and draw 3. And then kick, if we don't, well, we need green. If we get green, everything here turns on kicker-wise. Raptor not bringing back a spell land, at least. Got to take this smack, unfortunately. And now we've got some problems in the air to deal with, but we have a little bit of time here. Might even if we draw a land, might need to go field research, no kick, looking for a land and then having might available, especially with losing a creature here. There is the other green though, so we can figure we can decide. If I decide to, yeah, I think we go field research for 2. For 2 cards, that is. And I'm doing it this way to make it look like maybe we don't have the mana to kick it, and that maybe we're finding the mana to kick it here, and that's why we didn't kick it. So that we can threaten this. Well, if we attack, they might double block. If so, we get a 2-for-1 on the might. But then the Dreadworm is a problem on the way back, but it's probably going to be anyway. I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to attack like this. I guess we need to leave that back. I'm going to attack like this. And we have the might if they go for a double. What I'm hoping for here is no land drop for the indestructible Dreadworm, but offering the Dreadworm anyway, since it's kind of a must block with our adventurer. I'm hoping... Okay, well, we still, you know, that sucks, but the might still turns the Visionary into a trade with the Dreadworm if they don't have anything. The question is, are we just dead? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're just dead, unfortunately. So chat making a comeback of a bit here. Good job, chat.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock.
All right, Magic Star's up next, looking to bring it even. Is Magic Star gonna make this a 7-game affair, or do I finish this off right now? I don't even know what you're talking about, D. So I guess the answer is no. We have Scythe Cat on 3 with any land. And we're on the draw. I'm going to keep this. Kind of need... Oh, I never upped my island count either. Jeez. If I can remember, I'll do it. I should be 8-8, but I think I'm 9-7. Well, really, I should be 9-8 with 1 green tap land, you know, flip land, spell land. We see that Dionysus is a huge original Trek fan, demanding the "He's Dead John" meme. How you doing, Magic Star? In the tank? Talking it over with all the gang on the inside? Maybe they're in Discord right now, all trying to figure out how to beat me, but I hope Magic Star has not fallen and can't get up or something. Well, I guess I get this one then. My win. We can wait for a minute. No big deal. I'll go this mode though. It's a silly question, D. If I had it queued up, you'd have already seen it. Well, as one of the olds, can't I reclaim ageism for, you know, aren't I allowed? Chimero wondering, any archetypes standing out? Well, I like this one a lot. The kicker, boy, if you can make it to 6 and start kicking stuff, this deck is really powerful. The red-blue spells wizard deck seems bonkers because of the addition of the wizard thing. You know, the historically you get some action on your instants and sorceries, but when you add wizards to the mix, it's like all that synergy is just incredible. You just want the audio? I mean, I have my audio thing picks randomly, D, from among the several audio clips in it. So we'll see if you get lucky. Here you go.
Let us hear it for our poor dead friend.
Other archetypes. The landfall one hasn't seemed great to me, but I haven't seen a great version of it. But basically, I've really liked blue-based decks. Black-blue has some game. Blue-white has let me down a little bit, but I think the tools are there. Come on, deck, give us an island. Uh-oh, turn 1 Ruin Crab. Or turn 2. Effectively turn 1, though, from the effect on the game. Oh, sorry. I forgot I had moved. Here you go. We're back. There's our island. Well, took some chances and now in a bit of a spot. Really, to beat a Ruin Crab, you got to get on it and apply pressure, and we're not really doing that. And if we don't find a land off the top, probably go into Game 7 here. 3-0 to 0-3.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's brewed here.
Well, there's where the Mystics ended up. All right, well, I took a shot. I made a risky keep, and it has not paid off. So now chat is never allowed to say never punished again. All right, well, at least we found land, so we can try to bite the crab. But honestly, if this crab bite doesn't work right here, I might just scoop it up. Like, I don't know how we win from here if this doesn't work. Two cards, 5 mana. Have no expectations that this is going to work, but I have hope that this will work. Wow. Magic Star trolling me with the 7-year OBV response. Apparently, Magic Star had to explain that to their viewership. Wasn't it? Why wouldn't you save the crab? We can't beat the... We, like... How is it not obvious? You're really just like... I mean, don't you want both, though? We don't know if we're going to get beat down. If he runs out of gasoline up top, way more likely that they run out of gas up top than on the lands. That's fair, Hodge. Hodge saying that Magic Star was probably considering whether or not they wanted to save the shell shield to trigger 4 damage off the Mystics. So we're just dead, though. Still game. Maybe that's why Magic Star decided to do it, Hodge. Still had it. Still had all these. Wow, it didn't even give me a... Like, I was trying to find the gear to scoop, and it took away my gear to scoop. Well, that was over when I didn't find my island, but I think it would have been over regardless. All right. To the brink again. Feels like we end up here a lot, and now it's up to Hat to deliver you the win, chat. I'm going to beat him down, though. Don't get your hopes up. I felt like I had to go for the crab, though, because, like I said, there was a chance that the Flyers ran out of gas. There's a chance the Flyers just stall. But in a Magic deck, there's just no chance the landfall things stall. Eventually, they're going to find their land. Good game, Magic Star. Crushed. This looks good, though. No 2, but we'll keep. Well, we have a 2, but not a 2 I want to play. I will play it, though, if I have to. We got Sproutling to get it back, even. Ooh, well, I was just going to go ahead and do the Scythe Cat, but we could just bite this thing and get it done with. It's a pretty hefty amount of damage that will be coming at us every turn. We could also, excuse me, we could also Scythe Cat, take 3, build up our board a little bit, and Rabid Bite next turn. Shields are down, though, which is another thing. But I think we can take a turn here. Let's offer up the Royal Mage and have that declined. And then go ahead and play the Kitty. Hope we don't see the 1 damage land. We'd also passed the Pyroclasm, but that would kill the Intimidator too, so it would just be a 2 for 2. Maybe we need to bite that. Might gives us a 5/4. We could also play the Ambush as a land to pump the Scythe Cat. I really don't like losing this as a fight card, but we don't have land and we need it. I think we actually do just need to play this as a stinking land. So is that what you're saying, Razor? I can't quite parse your sentences, but I think you're saying the same thing, right? Yeah, that we need to play this. So let's go ahead and play it. And let's go ahead and bite the Geopede. And offer the Royal Mage. I think I even offer the Scythe Cat. I mean, yes, it's ostensibly going to get bigger, but only if we find land. And now I'll save it. I'll send the Royal Mage, and we'll get a little greedy with the Scythe Cat. It's just that it's a couple lands away from being able to attack through the Intimidator. But Might of Marasa might allow us to do that anyway. All right, we're going to go Forest, and that gives us the Kicked Might. It's going to be telegraphed. We're just going to tell Hat that we have it and attack with both, and then drop the Construct when Hat chooses not to block. Okay, they're going for it. I'm going to, I'll go ahead. Kicking doesn't matter here, because I want to save the Sproutling to get it back. Get back something else, I think. Although we could just play this out as a 3/3. Do you want to do that? Am I being too greedy to wait when we just want board presence? Well, for sure I'm going to just do the unkicked saving of our Royal Mage. And then I do think we just add to our beef. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm just going to put a nice, efficient 3/3 for 3 out and try to overwhelm Hat with board presence. Because we also have a 4/4 for 4 waiting in the wings if they manage to handle some of this stuff. Almost anything off the top is good for us. If it's a land, we grow our Scythe Cat. And if it's a spell, we get a new spell. Taking these Broken Wings and wishing it was real action. I will offer the Scythe Cat for the Lagok. Could also offer a Sproutling for 6 damage. If we send in everything, eat the Sproutling, and we get in for 6, take him to 6, and then drop a Construct and have... yeah, right. Any card will be good. I find the one card that does like literal 0. Just trying to figure out if we're offering the Scythe Cat or offering Sproutling for damage. If we send in, it's also possible Hat thinks we might have another trick and goes for the Scythe Cat anyway, rather than trying to eat something. That's true. I'm going to send it all. Worst case, we get 6 damage. And as it is, we get what I thought, which is a trade there anyway. And then we get this follow. So that's good. I like how that played out. Now just give us something to break, Hat. I must break you. Anybody? Where's that from? Let's check in with the olds. David Vero, all over it. Dip a little bit behind. And of course, Rocky's response, go for it. Well, forced block on the construct. We'll take it. When they block, we could broken wings the construct, though, and then make it wide. So that's what we're going to do here. And now I think this will get us wide enough that we can come up with a 2 next turn. Ah, pity the fool. Clubber Lang was great. Yes, Mr. T in Rocky 3. Fun to find some kind of use for the broken wings. Cinderclasm would be amazing. But I did it! Woo! You made me nervous again, chat. I was like, 3-0, I got this. This week is mine. But then it's like, nope. Chat had something to say about that.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Really? Dolph Lundgren is a big brain too? Nice. All right. Let me adjust this record to the official final tally. Hey, you know what, chat? We only decided to make going to the store to buy bling for chat on 5 or 6 wins. We decided that after chat got their 1 5-win week that they've had so far. So far, chat's best week is 5-2. I'm going to give you back pay. Let's go to the store and pay for your 5-2 that you had before. What do you want? Avatars or sleeves? I'm not going to do pets. We're not getting pets. Ugh. Can't do it. Oh, lands, those are in bundles, right? No. Just looking at our options here. What's this? Oh no, those are flips. Yeah, but I'm never going to use it. That's the thing. Like I feel like getting a puppet would be a waste because I'm never going to turn it on. I'll throw it to Mama, but Mama has to pick something non-pet. Your choice, Mama. Here on the Showcase Showdown. Lots of avatars to choose from. Thank you for the sub, Baron. Mama telling me to pick. All right, how about the whole cycle? This is for you, chat, because you're so great. Boom. Look, we're still above 3,300 gems anyway. King Coffee doesn't like those. I like them a lot. I think they're cool. I'm going to start using them. Somebody else will. Yeah, maybe it's so that the price tag doesn't look so big, Razor. It's like 800, I can do that, as opposed to, you know, 4,000. I know, D. You have a lot of strong opinions about card art. I can't wait to torture you by using them and let you just sit there squirming, staring at that Bo1 symbol because somehow that bothers you. Oh yeah, anybody who wants to troll D can choose those lands. And let's see though, I'm gonna come back to my profile page and say thank you to our YouTube friends for hanging out for that one. Thank you, YouTube friends, and look for the next video after this, which I'll put up tomorrow, is going to be the first, or my qualifying round in Streamer Showdown. We're doing a Streamer Showdown of Zendikar in a few hours, and that's going to be really fun. And if I can come out with in the top 4, then I advance to the finals. So we're doing 2 brackets of 8, and the top 4 of each of those advance to the finals. We're going to do my first bracket today and see if I can't make the finals. So check that out, YouTube friends, tomorrow. And for those of you watching live right now, it's going to be 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:33, like 4.5 hours from now. I'll be back on air and playing in the showdown. So thank you, YouTube, for hanging out. We'll catch you for the next one.